Wow, it's nice out. I spent way too much time inside doing a little bit of drywall, a little bit of taping of. Right there. Seams and stuff. I'm super happy I did it because it's one of those projects where I'm really bad at it, but when you finally get towards the end and it starts to look like it's supposed to, it's like, ah, oh, okay, now I understand why I did that. Anyways, I'm coming outside because I need to be outside, and I've got a little project I can work on. And one of my very first YouTube videos was I came outside in a windstorm because my barn door was blowing and flapping in the wind and going to blow, and I happened to catch just barely a tree, my tree right here, basically splitting, big huge limbs coming down, making a big mess. And so I cut that tree out of here, and I tried burning the stump out, but it's still, well, it's still a little bit too wet and green. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the trencher over here and dig around this thing and see if I can't pop this stump out of here and get it out of my way so I can, you know, drive the lawnmower and whatever else around. So let's fire up the trencher and see what we got. Well, the trencher's doing actually a great job. I'm busting through a lot of these roots. These little couple-inch roots don't stand a chance, but this bad boy, this taproot, it's going to take a little bit of manual labor, I do believe. Let's get after it. I pushed it a little too hard. I can fix that. Not a big deal. We'll get her done. I think I can still keep digging away at this thing and get this stump out today anyway. So a little sad, but we'll keep going. Guys, it's dark and it's really starting to rain, and it's a little cold, and that's okay. It's time to go in and go eat some dinner. Guys, I'm here for round 2 against this stump. I'm going right through this tree stump here to the house. I don't know exactly where that water line is, and it's buried about 30 inches deep. And right now I'm standing about 2 feet down, but I've dug a little bit deeper. This is all loose soil down here. I've dug deeper with this trencher. The rest of this is just kind of soil that's been moved around. The short of it is, it's time to start pulling this stump out. So I want to do a little bit of work with the shovel here, just a little bit of digging around and see if I can find any major roots, and if I do, I'll cut those with the axe. And then I want to put a chain on here and try to ease it out of the ground. I'm not going to try to yank and pop it out of the ground. I don't want to turn that chain into a deadly projectile. So regardless, it's time to go ahead and just do. So far that stump is beating me, guys. I'm at the point now where I'm going to do what I didn't want to do, and that's I'm going to try to cut it off, get the chainsaw and cut down. Whole purpose of digging the stump out is so that I can do a little bit of regrading around here and get a little bit better drainage around the house and the barn. To do that, I estimate I got to go down about 6 inches. This stump was about 4 inches too high. So if I take off 10 inches, theoretically, I should be able to grade that. I'm going to try to take off a good couple of feet. I was hoping to be able to pull the whole thing out. I'm not able to do that without, I think, a lot more work and the risk of damaging my water pipe or physical risk to myself. So I think the smartest thing to do is to go ahead and tear up some chainsaw chains, and cut my way through all that mud and drip blood, and well, it's just mud and rocks. And I've hit it all with the pry bar and chiseled out as much mud as I can. I don't think I have any major rocks in there where I want to be cutting. I'm just going to hit it with a chainsaw, take my time, cut, keep the chain sharp. When it gets dull, I'll sharpen it, and we'll just get ourselves through this stump, and we'll cut this thing down. We'll cut it down pretty low, pretty close to where I have it exposed to, and that'll give us all the clearance I need to regrade this. So let's just get after it. Well, that was a lot of work, but we got her. Yeah. Stump is down low enough. I can fill this back in. Then I can start regrading all this and keep the swamp out of my barn. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. Is I've got my barn, it's just too low. Water flows into the barn, and that's not what we want. So yeah, trencher works great, chainsaw works great. It's just really hard on that chain to get through this kind of dirty old stumps, these root balls. But we got it out. I'll roll this out of the way and put it somewhere to cure for a bonfire in a few years, because that stuff's wet. I cut this down over a year ago, and it's just soaking wet. So anyways, guys, I'm happy. I'm stoked. I got this thing licked. So it's just a matter of cleaning it up. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Oh boy. I don't know if I'm going to get this one out manually. Makes me happy. Good times.